30 seconds of talking head, I swear. I need to explain something that happened in this race that may cause a little frustration whilst watching. This monoposto race against F3 cars was even crazier than the first. I started P9, but by the end of the first lap I was in P4. That's 5 overtakes in the first lap. I was absolutely flying. But I don't know whether Matty from race 1 may have put a curse on me, or if it was Almighty God himself intervening. But this happened at the race start. I know, it's not ideal, so let me explain what's going to happen. This race had some awesome action in it, especially the safety car restart, which was absolutely chaotic, going 3 wide with a back marker blocking us in front. I've cut the footage down, so there's not a lot of me lapping on my own with nothing interesting going in front, so you don't have to look at the crack any longer than necessary. There's a lot more rear cam in this one, as I spent a lot of time defending in the second half of the race. And when I'm overtaking or battling someone, you can see what's going on, the cars obviously as they move into the side of the screen as I'm overtaking. I'm sure you're as gutted as I am that the GoPro lens smashed in this instance, but I promise you the video is still worth a watch. After breaking 3 GoPros this year with smashed screens and lenses, I'll definitely be hitting up GoPro customer support and saying what up. So straight into the action, rolling start, Silverstone. So we've got a good run on the guy in front, but we move over, not really sure where to go here. Now ignore the camera, so that's Matty in the blue on the left, look at the red car spinning. That second red car that I've just overtaken, and then the blue car. So that's 4 cars overtaken in 1 corner at Cops. So even though you can't see it behind the cracked lens screen, I'm obviously gaining on this F3 car, getting in its slipstream, pop it out, and we're doing them down into Stowe corner. Now we get the move done. So I've obviously got reasonable pace here, managing to keep and even possibly extend the gap on the guy behind me. So what we're going to do is skip ahead to the end of lap 1. Just wanted to show that I was actually catching P3 in front, which was pretty exciting. So now skipping ahead a few laps to lap 4. So someone's actually managed to overtake P5 and is now gaining on me. So it's very much a defending game now rather than attack. Safety car, so yellow flags, race has been neutralised, which is a massive shame because I feel that I was going to have another go back. So here we are just warming up our tyres, trying to keep everything ticking over. The problem we've got now is that the race leader and ourselves have caught up some back markers. So we've got this red car and white car in front of me that I'm racing, P4 and P3, but in front of them is a back marker. So he's a lot slower than we are. So that's behind me, those two, we are racing, both red cars behind me. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race restart. These two cars in front of me I'm racing. The car in front of the white car is a back marker and it's going to be slow. So keep an eye out. It's going to be an interesting race restart on this straight. White car had a poor restart, blocks the red car, and then I'm right up against the pit wall, but I'm having to back off because I'm on the inside. So unfortunately I lose my drive out of cobs, and yeah, this red car is going up on the right side of me. We're lapping another car, an F1000, and another one here, so the red car cuts across me, just finding a gap through there. Heart rate's a little bit higher at this point, going through Magnus and Beckett's whilst weaving through back markers. Really late getting on the power out of Magnus and Beckett, so compromising myself on the straight. Lapping another F1000. The three F3 cars in front of me are battling, so just trying to keep on the back of them. I am sort of losing performance here. I'm not driving as well as I was before the safety car restart, but at the end of the day, if I can keep up with these guys and they keep battling, I'm going to be in a good position, hopefully, to overtake. Doesn't help if I go off the track there. Definitely track limits. And as you can see, I'm having to defend from this F3 behind me. And going through Abbey here, they're going to have a lot more downforce. We're both flat. Staying to the right of the track to defend. And then end up with a massive skid. Pretty fortunate, or slightly skillful, to keep that on track, but of course it means he comes flying through. However, he then makes a mistake, goes onto the grass. I managed to just come through and keep the position. And that's Matty in the blue F1000 who takes advantage of that mistake as well, so he's getting closer. So he's obviously who my main battle is with for an in-class win. So I'm currently running in P1, he's P2. My performance is dropping, my tyres are going, definitely feeling the pressure after being overtaken a couple of times and just not driving as consistently or as well. So he's getting much closer, and I'm so late on the power there coming out of Magnus and Beckett. So yeah, we're basically just waiting for this to happen. We know he's faster in a straight line as well, so we just kind of have to watch him go by. I'm usually faster into Stowe, so let's see if I can brake a bit later, but no. Hitting the curb, got a big snap of oversteer there, and now I've got the F3 car right on my gearbox and having to defend. As you can see, pretty good pace in a straight line. These things are fast, the F1000. Going into Abbey again, pretty confident, but he's just got so much downforce. But we move over to the right to try and defend, but unfortunately left too much room, so he just goes up the inside. We know we got a good drive out of here, so just trying to stick with him. Hopefully going to be able to use the slipstream, but unfortunately that is a yellow flag. So they're having to back off for that car there. which is in quite an unfortunate position. Now we're green and we can go racing. But just no grip around that corner. And he's gapped me off into the distance. So yeah, driver error really. Needed to take that corner a lot better. But skipping ahead to halfway through the final lap. See the oversteer and lack of front as the tyres are getting pretty knackered now. Oversteer again, which puts me onto the curb, nearly onto the grass, but deal with it pretty okay. So making it around the final 2 corners, and that would be the race finish. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the crack on the lens was a bit frustrating, but still plenty of action to see. P8, obviously not bad to have a top 10 finish, and P2 in class, but let's be honest, I was P4 by the end of lap 1, so there's going to be a bit of frustration here. Yeah, a bit of frustration shown. Should have done a lot better. Really should have held the position. It just sort of went away from me at the safety car restart. Watching it back, the safety car restart was a bit odd. With the white car getting a slower restart, I thought there was something wrong and I sort of lifted off rather than just, if I had kept my foot pinned, I would have gone right up the inside of both of them and probably got ahead of them by the time I was into cops and been able to just overtake them. So yeah, you know, it happens, but I had such a good time racing these cars and look forward to the next Monoposto race.